The £29,000 pension secret nobody is talking about. Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a change made by the government today could potentially leave you nearly £30,000 better off in retirement. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, according to government estimates, that's exactly what could happen to millions of British workers following one of the biggest pension reforms in recent years. And yet, hardly anyone is talking about it.
Almost half of working age adults are not saving into a pension, which basically means millions more will be reliant on state support in retirement, and pensions will need a radical shake-up. A government report has warned, as just 4% of self-employed workers are putting cash into pensions. Around 30% of these pension pots were accessed as early as possible, with around a quarter of it being spent immediately on holidays and cars, so big purchases, which is fine if you can afford it. But median pension wealth of 156k for men and 81k for women does suggest that the state pension will be doing a lot of heavy lifting, if you even get it, because in my opinion it will need to be means tested, as we've got older people living longer and fewer people working. But if you want to get started in investing, I am running a 6-week live cohort, 30-day money back guarantee, so absolutely zero risk to you. If you want more information, comment TPI and I will send you the link.
While the headlines have been dominated by immigration, taxes, inflation, and the cost of living crisis, a major pension shake-up has quietly become law. And if you have a workplace pension, there's a good chance it could affect you. The question is, will it genuinely improve retirement for millions of people? Or is it another promise that sounds fantastic today, but delivers far less tomorrow? Let's find out. For years, there has been a growing concern that Britain's pension system simply isn't delivering enough for ordinary workers. Millions of people have been automatically enrolled into workplace pensions, which on paper sounds like a fantastic idea. Money goes in every month, your employer contributes, tax relief helps boost your savings, and over time, your pension grows. At least that's the theory. The reality has often been very different. Many workers have no idea where their pension is invested. Many don't know how much they have saved. Some don't even remember which pension providers hold their money. Meanwhile, pension experts have repeatedly warned that too many people are heading towards retirement with far less than they think they need. That's where this new legislation comes in. The government says the reforms are designed to make pension schemes bigger, stronger, and more efficient. The thinking is simple. Larger pension funds can negotiate lower costs, they can invest in a wider range of opportunities, and over decades, they may be able to generate higher returns. According to official estimates, the average worker could potentially be around £29,000 better off by retirement. Now, before everyone rushes out to celebrate, let's be clear, nobody's receiving a cheque for £29,000. The money isn't appearing in your bank account tomorrow morning. What the government is saying is that over many years, improved pension performance could increase the size of retirement pots across the country. But even if the figure turns out to be half of what is being predicted, it would still represent a significant amount of money for many people, especially when you consider the financial pressures facing retirees today. Let's be honest, retirement isn't getting cheaper. Food prices have increased dramatically over the last few years. Energy bills remain stubbornly high. Council tax continues to rise. Rent and housing costs are putting pressure on millions, and people are living longer than ever before. That means retirement savings need to stretch much further than previous generations ever imagined. For many workers, that's a frightening thought, because the state pension alone is often not enough to provide the lifestyle people dream about. Many retirees find themselves relying heavily on workplace pensions and private savings just to maintain a reasonable standard of living, and that's why any change that could improve pension outcomes matters. But there's another side to this story. Critics argue that bigger pension funds don't automatically mean better returns. Markets can fall, investments can underperform, economic conditions can change rapidly. No government can guarantee what financial markets will do over the next 20 or 30 years. So while the projections sound impressive, there are still risks, and that's something every saver should remember. Perhaps the biggest lesson from this entire story isn't the law itself, it's awareness. Millions of people pay into pensions every month without ever checking them, without reviewing performance, without increasing contributions, without knowing whether they're actually on track for retirement. The truth is that your pension could become one of the most valuable assets you ever own. Yet for many people, it receives less attention than a Netflix subscription. So here's the question. When was the last time you checked your pension? Do you know how much you've saved? Do you know where your money is invested? Do you know whether you're on track for the retirement you want? Because whether these reforms succeed or fail, one thing remains true. Nobody cares more about your retirement than you do. And the decisions you make today could determine whether your future is comfortable or a constant financial struggle. If you enjoy videos uncovering hidden opportunities, pension changes, government grants, relocation options, and ways to make smarter financial decisions, subscribe to The Smart